Lexie finally got her lazy ass up. Hey, what's up, my dates for last peeps? Alrighty, so Lexie finally woke up. Lordy, she's been wondering when she was gonna get up. I had a feeling she was gonna get up during the will reading. And I was like, that's the perfect time to come back from the dead. Just as we're reading the will from Father, who is finally in the ground or in pieces since they found his remains in the crypt. And not together, just oh Lord, but I thought it was funny how she just like coming through the tunnel, just like Buster, and everybody was cheering for Stefano, and she just comes out in her silky PJs, like, what's going on here? Everybody's face. I was I couldn't help. I had to laugh. But it was good of EJ to make sure her sister's hair was nice and pressed before she came back to the land of the living. Oh lordy, but this was a fun episode. I like that they focused all on Stefano's will reading and the Damaris versus, having this a little here, and then some other stuff going on around here. So that was really good. I like that. That helped it so it could be get all the stuff out the way before we get to the good stuff. So Tony and Anna were able to come back good because I think it was yeah it was Tony. Theo was talking to Kat about how Tony and Kristen's plane was delayed, but then I was like, oh yeah, I remember seeing in the promo that they were gonna pop up this week. I had a feeling it was gonna be on Friday, and look at me, yeah. So Anna wanted to go to some jewelry expo or something. I forgot what it was that she said. She did not want to be around for the will reading. And I'm actually surprised about the will reading. I thought there would be some more twists and turns besides Lexie coming back from the dead. I don't know what I was going to expect, but I don't know. Just felt like there's more. But it's cool that Abe showed up too, so he could be there for Lexie, be there for his wifey. Even though I guess technically they're not married, cause I don't know. Cause that's always confused when a person comes back from the dead. It's like, are they still married? But then it's like, I can't remember. It was in some. It might have been on Facebook. It was like this group. I mean, on Facebook, they posted some thingy about that if the spouse is declared dead, um, then they're not married if they come back from if they're not really dead. I don't know. And technically, Lexi was dead. She didn't fake her death or was put on ice or whatever. She died, and then they found a way to bring her back. So I guess that would mean that Abe and Lexi are really, truly not married. But I haven't been watching the spoilers. I haven't looked at any spoilers, so I don't know if they're going to say that they're still legally married or what. I don't know. But either way, I know that this is definitely going to cause problems for Abe and Paulina, especially if it comes out that Paulina knew about Lexi. Because that's gonna come out, and Theo too. So I wonder how Abe is going to react to both of that. Not to mention how he's gonna act with EJ also, because he knew about it. But we shall see. Uh, yeah, it's just that everything that they had, they like, oh, I thought it was funny why EJ wasn't the executor of the will because he Theo was reading what Stefano wrote. So basically, Stefano was like, EJ, you're so much like me, so I had to put somebody else in charge to make sure that everybody gets what they're supposed to be getting. And Kristen's like, oh, father knows you so well. Oh, and he said, and Kristen, don't gloat. I was like, oh my god. I'm like, that's hilarious. Alrighty. So yeah, it would have been cool to see yes, Stacy and Dan interact with Joe Mascola, but of course he's not with us. So all we have is the older scenes with Joe, with James and Eileen. But but I thought that was funny. I'm still laughing because I could just like hear that in his voice. Anybody else, it's like I could still hear his voice. Maybe because I was just watching 2009 episodes, some old EJ and Nicole scenes with Stefano in it. So I can hear his voice still. I don't know, but I thought that was funny. So that explains why Theo was given this. So all of the assets were divided amongst the children and grandchildren. And I guess for those who didn't have somebody to have their stuff, and they mentioned Peter, but now to think about it, um, well, first of all, I was thinking Peter is always alive, you know, until he came to town, and now he's dead. So I guess Stefano meant that if Peter did die, I don't know, but the way that was phrased made it seem like Stefano knew that Peter was dead, but Peter was never thought to be dead. Not in recent years, anyways, because they always mentioned him when it was time to do voting and stuff. I don't know. It's just the way that they phrase that. Also, it's kind of weird. I thought they would have brought Peter back by now, but I guess not. Anyways, if that any of that made sense, I was like, it made sense in my head, but yeah. But we shall see. Yeah, I thought that Megan would pop up just because, but I was like, no, I think if Megan was coming back, that would have been hinted somewhere of something I was reading or watching or whatever. But I haven't been, completely looking for certain things and spoilers or anything. Yeah, just reading a little stuff here and there. Nothing concrete or even a hint of Megan or Stefan. But I don't know, that would be cool. But yeah, but um, that'd be cool. I always said that Megan needs to come back with Bo and Hope so they can have their showdown for Hope, for Megan keeping Bo away from Hope for all these years. It needs to happen. Plus, I miss Megan. Definitely should have her come back. But yeah, Marlena did show up. I didn't think she was gonna show up. She had that little showdown with Kristen before, talking about their past and stuff. And it's like that doesn't make it seem really good to go back and talk about the past because it messes up the timeline, especially since they aged EJ so greatly. And same thing with Brady. Also, both got aged really a lot, aged a lot because they're talking about Kristen. That Stefano picks Susan to have a baby, and baby was EJ's, just so EJ can be given to Kristen to pass off as John's, I guess. And then, of course, John had Brady at the time when John and Kristen were together, so it makes it look really makes Kristen look hella old if she helped raise both EJ and Brady for the early in their lives when she has a 10-year old. Oh yeah, so all that the timeline and timing and aging and stuff just was really off base and really just looked really crazy. Good little history lesson, but yeah, you mess with your own timelines, but that's what all soaps do, especially Days of Our Lives. I'm still like, ugh. Theo and Gabby did not go to high school together. They did not go to high school. Theo was 6, 5, 6 around that time because he was born in '03, if I'm not mistaken. So, and Gabby was in high school with Will and Chad in '09. So, yeah, about 6 years. Anyways, done with mathing. But we did get a little shot, not just Lexi, but Gabby busting in. 'Cause EJ got note that there was a jet from Alamania that touched down. And that's why I was thinking, oh, maybe Megan popped up or Vivian. I still don't think Vivian's dead. Not sure why they're trying to make us think that she's dead. I think she's just hiding out or whatever. But anyways, that was Philip's trip. He went and he talked to Vaughn, and Vaughn revealed that Vivian did forge Stefan's signature on the divorce papers. So that means that Gabby is Stefan's widow, not ex-wife. So she's entitled to his estate. And of course, EJ's like, "Oh no, we're gonna be looking into this," but Chad, Theo, and Kristen believe it. So, wonder how much Gabby will be getting, and you know, I'm guessing she gets stakes in Stefan's stakes in the mirror and stuff. So, wonder how that's gonna go down. I don't know. Maybe she will help get the money for the plagiarism with Bonnie's book. Maybe she'll help get that money out of the mirror and given to Titan. Maybe. Mm, I don't know. We shall see. But that's funny because I was like, I have a feeling that they were going to get that revealed, but I didn't think it would pop up at the Wolf reading. So maybe for Wolf reading, very interesting. And of course, you have to add even more stuff with Kat and Leo. Leo out there just like trying to with his binoculars, and he was afraid Rita was going to see him. And she's what do you call her? Stefano, EJ's henchwench, or something along those lines. But yeah, he saw her coming away from the tunnels or whatever because she was just down there with Lexie and EJ. And so he went down there to try to look, and Kat went down there, and they ran into each other. And so I had a feeling that it was Leo when she ran into down there, because it went to commercial. Well, I peacock without commercial, so it's just a blank screen for a few seconds, and then it comes back. Um, so I was like, I just knew that was Leo. I was like, come on, I already know it's Leo. Why y'all acting all? I don't know. I guess element of surprise. I guess. I don't know, but they're talking, and Leo thinks that she is an ISA, but of course, Kat says no. I just want to make sure he's not shady or whatever. But I thought they were gonna find Lexie before she came out, but no, Lexie popped up all by herself. So, wonder what they will be uncovering down there, or will they even make it down there? I don't know. But we shall see. But it doesn't matter because now everybody knows that Lexi's alive. But, well, all of the mayors, except for Johnny, no, because Johnny's still in the hospital, I assume. But that's all I had to say about this episode. Something else? Hmm. I don't know. Oh, but Amy Troy does know about that Sophia tried to blow him up, and she went there to apologize, and she asked Johnny to not badmouth Sophia to Trey, and just ask him to please don't make her seem as bad as she really is, basically. And Johnny, he said that he won't, and I was like, oh, that's so sweet. I don't think she knows about the pills yet because she ran into Ari and didn't mention them. I don't know, but I'm sure that'll come up. But I did get a gut laugh out of Sophie popping up in Kristen's dreams like, oh, what's wrong, Kristen? Looks like you seen a ghost. That's so hilarious. But I think that EJ is gonna put two and two together eventually. He's already on the road to that. But that's all I have to say about Days of Our Lives. Awesome week for Days of Our Lives. I think all the subs were really great this week. Days of Our Lives definitely trying to get my attention and possibly push them to put them in the number one spot for the month. I don't know. It's still early. It's only the 8th. We still have a few more weeks. And but I will shut up. Thank you for watching, everybody. Let me know in the comments below. Did you think that that Lexie was gonna pop up, and what do you think is gonna happen next? Don't forget to check out the promo. I think they posted around 7:30 ish Eastern time on here, Facebook, and Instagram. So check that out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Oh yeah, hit the like button, subscribe for more Days of Our Lives videos and more videos from the other four soaps as well, and whatever pops into my head. And when I have time, I swear there's been times where I want to do videos and then something pops up and then I don't have time to do the video. But I did it today because I had to. I just had to talk about soaps today. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up. Like I said before. Thank you. Love you guys.